Hello and welcome to Double G Gaming, and welcome to a Dwarf Fortress Technical. Now this Dwarf Fortress Technical will be all about DFHack and liquids, because liquids can be a problem in any fortress. If you mistime or misplace a single block and something starts leaking, it can spell doom for your fortress. But there are some tools to help you to get over this doom, basically, and that tool is DFHack. Now I'm going to be just demonstrating how exactly to work DFHack, and how to use it to save your fortress if you needed to. The first step will be, obviously, you can see that we have the DFHack window here on the left, and we've got our normal window here on the right. I've got it's my reservoir and my magma reservoir, just for just to make it easier. But one of the first steps for dealing with liquids, if you have a leak or you have water where you don't want it, or you want water somewhere, you go to the DFHack window and you type in, type correctly obviously, liquids, and this will take you to the liquids menu. Obviously you will have to have the DF cursor enabled, and with this enabled I'm going to go to over here and go into my reservoir. Now I've got two layers of reservoir here, upper layer and lower layer. The bottom one's full of 7.7 of water, the top one is not full, but it's close to full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the bottom layer, and we're going to go over to here, and we don't want to put magma on top of the water. Never ever mix liquids. That will cause temperature problems, and if you spawn water on top of on a square that has magma on it already, there will be a temperature trap there, which will cause possibly any dwarf that walks on that square to die of heat, because the temperature will not be able to move. So when you're dealing with it, make sure you use the right liquid on the right liquid. Never mix liquids. So we're going to change this to water over here. So it's W for water, and at the moment it's point. So it's going to do just this one square of every time I press enter, it will do this one square of 7 of 7 water. We don't want 7, so let's do 1 of 7. So change to 1, put on 1, and now it changes this to 1 of 7. That could be handy, it could be used to put some water where you want it, or get rid of the water where you don't want it. But it can be very slow, so another tool is to go range, R, and then go, let's say, 5, 5. So it's doing 5 squares right and 5 squares down. Now this will do, change all the water in the squares to 1 of 1. See, and so all these squares now, I can move the cursor around and do that again whenever I want to. Obviously, because there is another layer of water on top of this, if I unpause, it will all just come back. Up here will be less full, but water always likes to go to its lowest level. Also remember that water calculations do drain FPS, so if you do want to have a smooth running fort, it is important to have all the places where water is filled to the brim of 7.7 of water. This here will cause a big drain on my FPS, because it's not full and it's doing calculations of where the water's got to move, and it will when more water is added. So that can be a problem. But moving over to magma, it's pretty simple as well. You just got to change this to M for magma, and then you can change that to that. Now this obviously hasn't got an extra layer on top, so it's going to be spreading out the magma all around. So we don't really want that, so we're going to change back to range. Let's go to 2020. This is going to do magma of 20 of 20. That's going to be quite a large square. Let's go up to the top left of my crafting area, and we'll change it back to 7 of 7 magma. And now I'm going to hit enter, and every single square in there is filled with 7 of 7. Wrong way. 7 of 7 magma. This can obviously be used in interesting ways. For instance, I used to always like to drop magma on any invaded army. So if you have an invading army over here, just put the DF cursor in the air, and then you can, oops, there we go. Oops, daisy. and you can have plenty of magma just splashed out there, and it will fall down and it will kill anything underneath. That's one way to get rid of an invading army. And obviously, because never ever spawn water on top of this, because it will create that aforementioned heat trap. But if you want to, you can go up above it, let's say a few levels just to make sure. And then we're going to go and change this to water. And now I'm going to just hit enter again. And that will drop down. And when it hits the magma, it will change into obsidian. So now we've got plenty of obsidian here, rough hewn obsidian walls. What is burning over here? A goblin corpse. Okay, that's fine. Yes, things will burn if it gets too hot. But yeah, that's basically how to take care of water. If you have any flooding, like for instance, I did have some serious flooding over here, which I am still having to deal with. So obviously, you can't put water in squares which are not uncovered. Where's my DF cursor? So even if it is 20 by 20, like, it won't go 10, 20. Okay, it will fit there, but that's fine. So you can change this to water. Well, that's a good cue for me to stop this technical, and hopefully you picked up something helpful from this. Please like and subscribe, and thank you again. Leave any comments below, I'd love to read them. Thank you very much, and goodbye.